Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be actually ranting a little bit and just talking about my recent experience just being in lockdown in New York City. If you're not interested in like ranting or just like about this experience, you can log off and not watch this video. I just want to warn you guys like before it could be somewhat negative, but it's literally just like my experience so far, and I just want to share it as New York is essentially like an epicenter of this, whole virus going down besides LA. So it does have many cases. So yeah, I just want to share a little bit of, and I even have my notes that I want to mention a couple incidents, especially it happened yesterday as well with the restaurant. So let's get started. So one thing I want to say is like this, you guys have probably seen pictures, which I will throw them up right here that you can see if you haven't, but it's so popular you can literally see it everywhere. When it first started, because it's been such a long time since March to social distancing or just like, being in quarantine, weather was actually very cold, so no one was really outside, so everyone was kind of happy to be inside, which I also don't mind either, so it's totally fine, honestly. But ever since like weather has become like really, really nice, still humid, like really humid, but it has been like nicer, like 70s and the 65 and stuff, so it's pretty good. And people have been just going into parks. Don't get me wrong, I get it, like, you have been inside so long, so it's good to take a walk and be in the park, but it's just like people are not following. The thing is, like, I see is like people not putting masks. That's one thing. Other thing is like people actually sitting in the grass, which is fine. Like, I guess do whatever you want, but like not even keeping a distance. It's just kind of like there's nothing going on. It's like there is no pandemic. There is nothing sort is happening, right? So cool. Like Corona, no, never heard of it, right? Like it doesn't exist, I guess. Social distancing, no. 6 feet apart. Definitely no. So no one gives a crap. It's very frustrating because I think there are so many people who are actually staying at home, wearing a mask when they go outside. They're actually following the rules so we can flatten the curve or whatever they're calling it. Honestly, these days I don't really believe it. So that we can get back to our normal lives, whatever is going to be, honestly. But yeah, no one is really following. You can literally see like Central Park, any park to BH, then you see like when it's warm outside, people just sitting in the grass, no social distancing, just so close to each other, and it's just so crazy. What is also happening is like now more restaurants are being opened, which is great. You have now more choices, because before we had very limited choices, and we had to sometimes order from the same restaurant, or some restaurants were like even closed, which is something I would mention too. Like on Seamless or Grubhub or Postmates, whatever you're ordering from, always make sure to check on Google Maps to make sure they're open. Even maybe sometimes you should call them to make sure they're open. Because sometimes it's just like what happens, like you place your order, you show up there, it's closed. That happened to me so many occasions, so it's just like, it's very frustrating, especially when you're hungry or whatever, you just go there and it just, like, this is so crazy that like it happens like that. And no one is claiming it, then you have to contact the customer service, get your refund, whatever. It just takes so much time, so I would just be careful from my experience that I've gathered. Other thing I would say is, so now that more restaurants are opening, which is great, but some of them are like, I guess they're not used to, so they're getting used to it or whatever. But so like, this is my experience from yesterday, and don't get me wrong, I actually like this restaurant. They have pretty good food, but this was my first time actually ordering from their location. But and also I guess it's their first day to be open after the pandemic. So, well, during this pandemic. So what happens, like, this is called Mala Project, actually. It's a very popular place. They have, I think, a couple locations in New York City. So when we ordered, we were walking, so it's been like 15-30 minutes or so, and it said it was ready. So when we got there, actually, she's like, no, we are actually kind of a bit behind. And I asked her when, and she's like, I'm not sure. just wait for your name to be called. And I'm telling you, when we get there, it was actually so many people waiting for their orders, which was crazy. I don't know. It was also like very frustrating because like everyone was wearing a mask and like it's just so crazy. So we took a walk around the block and came back, which was still not ready. And so we placed our order, I think 6:43 or so. We were there until 8:30 or like no 8:45, something like that. Then we got our order. Not to mention, it's just like it was such a hassle, like the waiting 2 hours and a half, whatever. I mean, thank God, like I guess the other person was very nice and they even offered us wine, but they even also forgot our extras, which was in the order. I don't know, it was such a whole ordeal. What is also something I would mention, I'm not sure if they did this on purpose, but I'm just gonna mention like my theory because I have seen just the way things work in New York City sometimes. This could sound very messed up, but I don't know, it's just New York City, I guess. I don't know. So what happens is like the way, okay, I will start from the beginning. So the way that New York City restaurants sometimes work, especially the ones that are like trendy or they want to like make it like super exclusive or kind of like cool, they would essentially like deny reservations to make it like, oh, it's so cool, so fancy, like you can't get in. It's like it place. And this is like very common in New York City, especially when there's new restaurants coming. They would essentially refuse any reservation to make sure like, oh, it's it place, and people essentially will have is like, oh, if I can get in, like it must be cool, you know. So what I experienced from yesterday, I am assuming, again, I'm not sure if they did it on purpose, that they accepted all these orders. I mean, they essentially knew that like they couldn't keep up with it, because for me, it's like if you are the chef and you're accepting all these orders and you see you're busy, don't accept orders. There's literally an option on DoorDash or whatever app you're using says the restaurant is currently busy, so they're not accepting new orders. So you can literally put that option so like people are not waiting in the line. But I'm assuming they did it on purpose, so there will be a big crowd in the, like for pickup, and whoever will be, crossing across will be like, oh, what's going on? This must be good or whatever, which actually works because when we were waiting there for 2.5 hours, there were a couple of people who were walking by. They're like, oh, what is this place? I never heard of it. Or, oh, maybe I should order from here. Like, I guess this is their strategy or tactic, whatever they're doing. I don't know. I just didn't appreciate it. I feel like it just felt very manipulated. Again, I appreciated like they gave us free wine or whatever, but I just feel like this wasn't a good experience at all. It's just I feel like it was very unfair. But like making all those people wait outside, then they after like little waiting over 2 hours, they're like, oh, you can cancel your order if you want. It's just like I waited 2 hours. I might as well just wait another, just get my food, But like so crazy. So this is like other part of like the lockdown quarantine thing, getting food in New York City. Unless you can just cook at home, which is, it's great, but let's be real. We have been inside for over 2.5 months. Like New York City apartments, unless you're super rich, they're not big. So cooking that much is like, it's so exhausting, first of all, and also it's just like, most of us don't even have ventilation, so it's just kind of like very hard to, cook all the time and like stuff in it. It's just so hard. So sometimes you just don't want to do it. Quite frankly, I just never want to do it. But I'm just telling you guys. So, like all the time when celebrities say this, and I get so annoyed. And there's like TikTok videos about this. If I find it, I'm gonna put them up right here so you guys can totally go watch it. There was this guy who was in the like hot tub, or no, actually in the pool or something. They're like, oh my god, like I'm in like I think. I left my New York City apartment to come here. It's so tragic. Like, it's just like, why can't people stay in their home? Like, I have 6 bedrooms, whatever. I just don't understand how it is so difficult to stay at home. It's just like, when celebrities say this, it's just so crazy because I'm like, you are not normal people. You have like massive space. You have like a castle essentially. So obviously staying at your place or your room, your apartment, your villa, your place is obviously fine, so it won't be too difficult, but not when it comes to us. So I just didn't think that that was, I don't know, I was just so annoyed with it. Like, another thing was just like that people in New York City now also going out of town, and most of them are going out of town, but not a lot of them are going out of town. So I'm just so confused. It's like, what is exactly going on? Because I've also heard from a couple friends that like whoever is going out of town, essentially, I guess we are the one infected. Essentially, I'm not sure that they're the one spreading the virus. Because a friend of my dad's, because they have a house in, I think, Guac or Hampton, somewhere in Hamptons, and they literally moved there from New York City, and all of them got the virus. I don't know if they were carrying it before. I don't know what was going on exactly. I'm just saying, like, they have been just moving around casually. I have even seen people, like, going to parties. Oh no, this is like new thing. I just remembered. Again, I have proof for this. I will put them right here. If I find it. Literally throwing parties in their apartments. And I've seen this on the stories too, just like I don't understand how that is. I don't know why would you even do that? Like, it's just like every one of us is trying to get through this, but nothing is working. Yeah, I just got so frustrated because we literally got a text, well, the notification from the government, well, Cuomo saying that New York State is actually still on pause until May 28th. Yes, until May 28th, which I think they are also saying that it's going to be until June 7th. I'm not quite sure exactly, don't quote me on that, but this is what I've been hearing. I don't know, it's very confusing that like we are all following the rules and some people just like not giving a shit, just living their lives. I've also seen some people also like taking a trip. I guess if you have to, I get it. Some people are moving across a country or just moving to their families, and like I get that part. But some people are just leaving like, oh, they're going on vacation. So I don't know. It's just very frustrating to see it. I know this is not like to say, oh my god, this is. I'm just showing like what I have been feeling because I feel like it's people think that like it's so fun to just go outside and wear a mask all the time. No, it's not. That's like not my thing. Like I don't love it, or I don't love being at home all the time. Don't get me wrong. Actually, being at home is like not a problem, or like not seeing people, not a problem either for me. I think only problem has been for me is that like not being able to go to gym and kind of like not having other extracurricular stuff doing it. That frustrated me most. Anyways, so these are some of the things that I have been frustrated or just going through during New York City. Let me know what is life going on with you in your city, where you're at. Yeah, and I'll get back to you guys with some unboxing and probably beauty videos soon. In the meantime, stay safe, guys, and I'll see you guys next video.